Well, I don't know nothing fancy. Some people call that poverty. But I'm the richest I'll ever be. And some people call that being free. And some people swear I got genetic defects. I gotta be missing a chromosome. But I got a place where people love me. And some people call that place home. And some people think they're envious, but try walking a mile in my boots. I think that some people have what they want, but you don't know what you don't know till you do. And some people are in mass hypnosis, filled with doubts and uncertainty, while others are adaptive as they work on their flexibility.
Welcome to the greatest podcast in mankind's history. This is the anti-George Carlin podcast, dude. I'm out here Aikitoing, dude. That's all I'm doing. I was on the work trip, in another state, and I had to come back to defend against someone that is sick. They're just sick, and I got to know a lot of information, and maybe the person's too sick to even look. The past couple podcasts, I know they're juicy. How could it? You can't resist hearing stories that a person went undetected in a town for a very long time, and no one knew, and they were abused, and this town suffered, and the children's aptitudes suffered, and really everyone was spiraled into chaos. You go, how do I protect myself from that danger? I want to know what the danger is and how to protect myself. And ladies and gentlemen, I have a gift for that. So I don't think anyone could tell this story better. I have an obligation to myself, I have an obligation to my community, and I have an obligation to God for protecting me. Because I didn't do it on my own. I didn't do anything, actually. It was all God. It's bizarre. So I'm going to put the past 3 podcasts back up. Give me a little bit of time. I want to also say, I'm not talking about anyone specific. I now have a lawyer, so it's it's just art, man. You ever hear it's not literal, man. It's just a little art. It's just a little art, right? It's like that song, "You're so vain. I bet you think this song is about you." That's what it is, really. I read in this report, I'm like, oh, I never told. So by the way, I don't talk to anyone about, I do YouTube. I don't tell people that. I don't know how people really. I think a lot of people stalk it. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what's going on. How people even know. But if you were thinking I talked about a specific person or no. Oh, you know how many friends go through custody battles with deadbeat moms that I know? A lot. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of deadbeat moms. There's deadbeat dads too. We can stop the world? Well, what are we doing? And I told you I have an obligation to talk about this stuff. I think it's the craziest, weird story that has ever hit Nazareth. And that's where I'm from, dude. I got a rep, dude. I got a rep to 610, dog. And unfortunately, I was sent to do that job for this one task. Could there have been a better person? I believe so. But it just fell in my lap. It was literally fell in my lap. And I'm like, this is strange. How was everything given to me in this exact order, in this exact timing? And what is going on? And I really do think that if you illuminate, bring light to darkness, light wins. But if you're scared, if you have fear, if you're swayed by temptation, as I was in the past, if you are manipulated, coerced, feeling sorry for victims all the time, and then they abuse you, it's like people want to know, where is the danger? Tell me where the danger is. I want to protect myself. I want to stay safe. I'm on your side. Unfortunately, there's a dark part of society that finds that exciting. They like chaos. They like hearing, juicy gossip with specific names. I won't give a specific name. I will call, if anyone has had similar experiences, I'm open to talking. And of course, I'll be honest, and I'll tell people, this is my life, this is my experience, and it's not that the other person's bad. I just want to provide the truth of my own experience, and that is legal, perfectly legal. When you go too far or fabricate stories, that's defamation of character. That's a legal offense. You're so vague. Oh my God. It's like podcast, it's my experience. Music, my experience. I'm not writing an experience of someone else. That's crazy. That's literally insane. Like, certifiably. So I'm just putting that out there. And then, look, maybe I shouldn't have. I apologize because, look, this is the truth. I got played. Dude. Ross and Nazareth got played. What do you do then? Well, you accept it. I got played. It's not look, life is a continuing series of games. And I believe you win the game by how many friends you have in the end. I think that you win that way. And there may be periods of times where people can defame you and go, this person's on. Apparently, I'm on heroin, guys. Did you know that? Did you guys know I'm on heroin? I'm unstable, and guys, look, I feel bad for people. I genuinely am trying to help, and I didn't know, look, at the end of the day, I am proud of who I am. Do I make mistakes? Of course. Did I hurt people? Yeah, my long-term girlfriend. You don't fuck with her. You don't put fear into her. It's just, that's the moment I went 0 to 100. I had a panic attack. I mean, it's not good. And this is because I allowed someone to coerce me, manipulate me. And this is not aimed at an individual person, but it's kind of like if someone a couple years back gets a PFA on you and then has sex with you the next week. You get confused. You get very confused. And then they're also, love me forever. You're soulmate. You're my soulmate. And then you're like, I'm your friend, but now with shame, I don't understand anything. And then they create fake crisis drama. And you don't know what to do because you want to be a good person. I'm telling you, I got played. I want people to know that. I got played. It can happen to you. If it can happen to me, it can happen to you. I'm not like some Navy SEAL constantly looking for threats. What's going on? I can tell you that I was raised by some people that had some pathology, so I became aware of it, and manipulation. And what's the difference between control? I want to control what you say. You can't come around here. You can't talk about this. That's off limits. I'm a comedian. I won't accept that. I'll go to jail. If you're going to try and silence my speech, I will. That's a constitutional right that I have. Now, you have to do it within the confines of the judicial. You can't just defame someone, obviously. But I've done none of that. And I wish the best for everybody. I really do. I don't like people going after people I consider family. However, if there was someone in my family who was abusing me, I would want to know. And I would go, let me chew on this for a bit. What exactly is going on? How can I help this person? But when the person goes, no, don't talk to anyone. Red flag. Big red flag. Because I'm cool, man. I'm not like out to get, look, I'm cool, man. I'm cool, man. I'm an artist, man. My soul's, get back, dude. Get back real quick. So I just want to put that out there. This is the, now it's the final one because I'm letting lawyers handle it. But look, love you guys. Love anyone. I'm sorry for if I offended anyone with these podcasts. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just sharing my experience, some strength, some hope, and acceptance, and going, yeah, I got played. It's okay. And sky's the limit from here. Because you want to get people out of your life that like sabotage you on the stealth. That's weird, man. You don't want people like that, dude. That's dangerous. Dangerous. Run. So I do think that this is the greatest story. I can't wait to talk about it. I'm sorry to give you this tension now of like, I want to hear this. I want to know what is up. I want to keep myself safe. I want to stay out of danger. Look, I'll do a very long podcast, break down everything, bring all the evidence from court. I'll bring everything online, not with names, not defaming anyone. I'll do it in a respectable way. I promise. And I have an obligation. That's my obligation. I'll go to jail for that. I really would. You cannot silence someone. That is wrong. And then use court proceedings to try and do that is beyond me. Beyond me. I would never shout from the rooftops. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. He's on heroin. Okay. Did you guys know that? I'm a real bad man. Look, I think if you got friends, you'll get through anything. Do you have friends? And every now and then you get an angel. Like God sends an angel to you. So, anyways, your boy's getting through it, dude. We'll be back. We'll be back and better, baby. We'll be back and better. So until then, just undisclosed locale, dude. That's what's up.